What are your thoughts on the Harris and Trump debate? So, do you have a plan? I have a concept of a plan. I'm using this for every answer in my life that requires a yes or no from here on out. I'm a project manager and honestly can't wait for work tomorrow. I don't have any thoughts about it yet, but I do have a concept of a thought. Trump debate team, stay calm, focused, stay on policy, stay serious, focused. Trump, they are eating dogs. Transgender operations on illegal aliens in prison was really said. I made a bingo card about an hour before the debate, and I thought I was putting a few wild cards in there by saying Trump somehow combines trans issues and immigration, and Trump's bankruptcies are mentioned, and Kamala calls out Trump saying she's not black, and holy shit, I felt prophetic. I got involved with the Taliban is not a quote I would want out there. Could be worse. Could be the day before the 9/11 anniversary. Wait, shit. To quote the great Bobby Newport, I'm against crime and I'm not afraid to admit it. A student can't source Wikipedia, but the former president is fine sourcing seen on TV. Not the transgender operations on illegal aliens in prison. It almost feels like his whole transgender operation talking point and the illegal immigration talking point crossed wires, and this weird amalgamation of the two was formed. I didn't do my homework. I have the concept of a homework. Let me fix that for you. I didn't do my homework. The immigrant's dog ate my homework right before they ate the dog. Kamala came across as much more moderate than I think many would have expected. I think she knows that liberal voters will vote for their cat before they vote Trump, assuming their cat hasn't been eaten. So instead, she's speaking towards Republicans who could live with her policies enough that it would be preferable to Trump. I'm a leader in IVF made me laugh out loud. I honestly think Trump believes asylum seekers come from insane asylums. Why'd you send me a picture of my house? You're going to have to figure that out, Abdul. How is he serious? So, trans immigrants that got surgery in prison are coming to eat my dog, and doctors want to kill my baby. You learn something new every day. Harris argued that Trump could be manipulated by other world leaders and then demonstrated as much by manipulating him into baited attacks all evening long. He was like a cat chasing a laser pointer. Quick, someone make an I have concepts of a plan bumper sticker and put it on Etsy. I thought for sure Harris wanted to call him a motherfucker or a fucker, but instead just inserted a pregnant pause and said, former president. I think fucker was implied. Did I say that? Just 6 days after he admits losing the election by a few counts. Harris, world leaders are laughing at you. Trump, Viktor Orban, the fascist, loves me. Orban is honestly the craziest endorsement you could get. Out of the entire world, the world leaders who openly support Trump are Putin and Orban. If I went out on a date and the girl told me over dinner she doesn't have a lot of friends and she really only hangs out with a homeless crackhead and a skinhead, I would leave and block her LOL. He'd eat you for lunch. The path to winning this debate for Donald Trump was to just play the hits. Every person in America knows everything they could possibly know about him. Run the ball as you will. Instead, he said Democrats want to legalize infanticide and that immigrants were eating pets. An amazing way to walk right into the weird rake over and over like an oranger, somehow more bloodthirsty sideshow Bob. Top takeaways for me. Kamala. I never asked if a victim was a Republican or Democrat. I asked if he was okay. Trump. The leader of the Taliban. His name was Abdul. I showed Abdul a picture of his house. He asked, "Why do you have a picture of my house?" I said, "You know why." I noticed that Trump refused to say that he wanted Ukraine to win the war. The moderator gave him a couple chances to say it, and he completely avoided saying it. He would only say that he would end the war. Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people, and clearly he is having a difficult time processing that. If Trump rambling and looking old wasn't enough, Kamala baited him and looked young. Trump could not look in her direction all night. Kamala made him give her a handshake. It is clear who was in control. He lost. OMG. When she roasted his rallies and called them boring, I knew we were going off the rails. And sure enough, that led to talk of World War III and people eating cats and dogs in Ohio. Fucking wild, man. My first thought was, man, the memeosphere is going to be hot this week. I was in disbelief the whole time. Trump refuses to establish the bottom of the barrel and instead continues to dig. It's impressive. Really, I didn't know a person could actually achieve his level of incompetence, callousness, and narcissism. Harris was poised, composed, dignified, and spoke eloquently. No notes. I think she absolutely clobbered him when he wasn't busy clobbering himself. Please remember, former President Trump's fans are reading and watching their own news services right now, and they are thrilled. President Trump won bigly. They will all vote. Every Democrat needs to vote. Every single one of us. Please, for the love of God, can someone on Trump's team explain to him that the people importing goods pay the tariffs, not China?